We'll start things off with Rich.
Hi, Max. Let's just looking at some of the pressure that the front four have been put on Sam Howell last week. Just as from the linebacker's perspective, what do you when you get pressure from your front four? How does that help you do your job?
The front four getting pressure on the quarterback makes the game a whole lot easier for everybody in the secondary. If we get the quarterback's eyes from downfield and on the rush and get him a little intimidated in the pocket, that makes it a lot easier to cover guys downfield, and it disrupts the timing of plays. And that's one of the things we try to do in order to get ourselves in a position to win the game.
We'll go to Trevor.
So we've all seen the stats through 3 weeks that you guys are, much better defense than last year, just on paper at least. I'm just curious if you can compare and contrast that last year and this year and just kind of the different, standard expectation, or are they pretty similar in your eyes?
Well, as far as Pittsburgh is what you're asking?
More of a general question, like big picture about how the defense is coming along.
Okay. Well, this year it's been 3 weeks where we've been in some good battles, and we've shown some flashes of good defense. We're still trying to improve, but like I was saying, getting pressure on the quarterback has helped us a lot, and we're doing some different things to disrupt timing of plays, and I think it's just been a lot of chaos we're creating on defense this year, which has helped us defend some of these offenses.
We'll go to Dan.
Max, I asked the coach about just when you watch film, if you ever pick up stuff from other teams, like if you're watching them, just say like, oh, that looks like a move, and try to incorporate it. As a player, do you ever watch the film and pick up on technique or pick up on things that opponents might do or might do against it, or a defense might do against an offense that you can incorporate heading into any given game?
Absolutely. I think that's just part of being an active learner when you're watching tape, seeing your opponent, but also seeing some of the things that have worked against your opponent. And I think when we watch tape as linebackers, we look at what other linebackers in the conference are doing and what they've done to be successful. So I think absolutely that's a part of the tape, not only watching your opponent, but looking at the fine-tuned details that are making things hard for your opponent.
We'll go to AJ.
Max, on one of the last drives last week, there was 30 yards of personal foul calls against the defense. What do you say in the huddle to kind of calm your teammates down and get everyone under control?
Well, I think that's a situation where you never want to get into. But when things happen like that, you have to take a step back and not only ease the emotion, but ease the tension of the game and say, hey, listen, we got to focus on the job and the mission at hand. All the extra stuff that hurts the team. We want to be physical. We want to play whistle to whistle. But at the end of the day, when we're penalized, that is working against ourselves, which is poor defense.
We'll go to Dan.
Max, one other thing that I noticed was just that the defense hasn't allowed points in the fourth quarter. I think the only points BC in general has allowed came on the pick two, if you will, at the end of last game. Over the course of a game, what is it about this defense that seems to get stronger and get better as it plays throughout a game against an opponent?
Well, I think Coach Hafley and the defensive staff have done a great job of instilling a finish strong mentality in us. We, as you guys have seen, we have not started off the hottest, but we've regrouped and we've been able to finish pretty strong in these first weeks. And I'll say Coach Hafley, Coach Tim Lukabu, Coach Duggan in the linebacker unit, we've taken great pride in finishing the drill, finishing the rep, so that when it comes time to compete in the fourth quarter, we're ready to do so.
Anything else for Max?
Just a general one, Max. What have you learned about Tim since he's taken over and obviously since the season started? That kind of about him as a leader, how he kind of rallies you guys, what you learn from him, how he kind of goes about his business.
Yeah, Coach Tim has been a great coach. He's very professional, and he's a man of principle. You know, we talk about the standard every day, and being intentional in what we do. Those are two of his kind of like mantras. He likes to reference Kobe a lot, and that Kobe was intentional in how he practiced. That way, when game day came, his intentions were very precise in how he was going to attack his opponent. And every day he talks about the standard, what our defensive standard is. We have to raise the standard every day. We can't fall below the line. So he's been a great coach, a great man as well. We've been able to have some personal conversations, and he's taught me a lot about playing Mike linebacker and just being a leader on the team in general. So it's been a lot of fun.
It's actually pretty cool. Kobe used to say something that he would look at other people's offenses and say, like, they're playing accidental basketball. Who does that or whatever? So he's like, don't do that. Don't play by accident. Don't score by accident. Yeah. Thanks.
Anything else for Max before we go? All right, great. Thank you, Max. We appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks for joining today, guys.